Okay guys, so in a hilarious turn of events, guess what happened? 4chan is suing the UK government over their own speech laws. This is crazy, this is happening. I cannot believe we are seeing this madness in the 21st century. We have the opening statement, we have the letter. This is just hilarious. So 4chan community support LLC and Kiwi Farms as well. Together they are sending the letter to the UK Office of Communications, Ofcom, and this is just incredible. This is the message that they have posted to Ofcom and also of course the UK government, because Ofcom is a branch of the UK government. This is incredible. Introduction. The internet is a global system of communication between computer servers located in data centers around the world. Yeah, everyone knows that apart from the UK government. Despite the internet's global reach, it is more or less universally acknowledged that the internet is predominantly an American innovation, built by American citizens, residents, and companies, and that the United States has the largest and most thriving technology sector of any G7 member state. Foreign governments, particularly those in Europe, which have not managed to build technology sectors of their own, have for the past half decade or more sought to control the American internet and hobble American competitiveness through a range of legislative and non-legislative initiatives. These foreign governments have threatened American and other non-European entrepreneurs with a wide range of coercive threats, including fines, arrest, and imprisonment for engaging in conduct which is perfectly lawful in the territories where their websites are based. Now, guys, this is crazy. And I mean, everything that these people are saying here is 100% correct. The UK government, which wants to they want to fine 4chan because they have not implemented their Safety Act features, although it's an American company, but because of UK government, they think they have an overreach effectively on that, which is just crazy if you ask me. I mean, this is insanity. And it goes on because this is crazy. Look at this one. Conduct and threats coercive, which is perfectly lawful in the territories where their websites are based, including the United States, e.g. the arrest of Russian internet entrepreneur Pavel Durov, founder of Telegram, which happened, I think, last year, by French authorities in 2024, or the opening of a criminal file against US social media company X Corp, a Texas corporation, also by French prosecutors in July 2025. The United Kingdom recently joined France in seeking to apply its domestic laws to the rest of the world, which the enactment of its censorship law, the Online Safety Act, they say it in your face. The enactment of their censorship law, not child safety, censorship law, as this lawsuit says. Immediately after the OSA's substantive provisions entered into force, this censorship law was used to target the free speech rights of American citizens. The Online Safety Act grants wide commercial powers to a corporation. That corporation, Ofcom, now uses those powers to communicate written threats, to impose ruinous civil penalties, and referrals to law enforcement for criminal penalties, including arrests and imprisonment, to American real and corporate citizens if Ofcom's orders are not obeyed. This lawsuit seeks to restrain Ofcom's conduct and its continuing egregious violation of American civil rights, including, without limitation, to the right of freedom of speech. Now, guys, it's incredible. We are now seeing 4chan having to go to court to literally defend free speech against the UK government. Because the UK government, with this new law, they're trying to use of course, their overreach effectively to force any company to abide by their rules, because otherwise they will be fined. It's crazy madness. Like, I cannot believe that we are reaching a point where we are honestly looking at a timeline where this is even happening. This is beyond my wildest dreams, guys. It's crazy. But yeah, this is the state of the internet in 2025. Governments such as UK and also France, which, by the way, they arrested the founder of Telegram for no reason whatsoever. I mean, they said they have a reason, whatever, but that's just crazy, right? So yeah, these European companies, they don't create the internet, they don't innovate. All they want to do is stifle innovation, fine everyone, control everything, block everything, literally oversee everything. And guess what this is going to do? This is a tool which is going to make the internet stagnant, because literally right now, if you're building a new website or if you're building a new social media, for example, there's so many hurdles to go through, so much to pay for, so much technology to implement for protection, for monitoring, for avoiding this and that and that. Like, the costs are ridiculous. Right now, entrepreneurs they cannot get into the market anymore because the laws are so crazy. Only a handful, like Facebook and X and all these social medias, which they make billions and millions and millions every year, they can afford the cost of paying for these features, requirements, lawyers. It's just crazy, man. I mean, where are we going with this? I do hope that they are going to win on this and, defend the freedom of speech, because it's fundamental. Like, the freedom of speech of a nation and society, if that's censored, then literally that's the end game. Without freedom of speech, what's the point of anything? Because that means that you literally live in a communist country. You live in a country like North Korea, where if you even say your opinion, you may risk not being alive the next day, right? I mean, we are literally slowly heading towards that road little by little, because the internet literally over the span of just 1 month has gone from being at least quite free, so to speak, right? To like literally requiring even ID on YouTube, on Spotify. It's just crazy, right? It's just insanity. So these people, these governments, right, which are trying to control free speech, they're trying to dominate and class anything they want as disinformation, misinformation. They're trying to effectively dictate how people should behave online effectively, right? Because they're saying that certain type of speech is dangerous speech that children cannot access, and then you have to have ID checks for this speech so they can check who is viewing these websites, because these ID checks, the government will collect these IDs and documentations and spy on people's behaviors. Why is that even necessary? Why is the government why are they not minding their own business and actually looking after people, not trying to spy on people and control even their thoughts, which is just insane. Let the people think whatever the heck they want because they're adults, okay? And, if you want to have your own communist country, go to North Korea or go to China. Go to a place where you want to become a totalitarian, right? I mean, it's just crazy. But right now, 4chan going with this lawsuit, honestly, just sheds some potential good news on the fact that there's still companies out there which will not bend the knee, and they will defend free speech. They will defend it to the end, because it's important. If we lose free speech in the Western world, like I said before, what's the point? Like, that is the end game. If you lose that, that's the basic, most fundamental right as a human being, to be free, to speak freely without being afraid of not being alive the next day, right? I mean, that is literally like the bottom line. Like, are we going back to the Middle Ages where, if you criticize the king or queen, you are done for? Like, is this what we're going to? Like, is this a society people want to go back to? Like, you have technology, but you cannot say anything against the government, because if you say it, then you're problematic. You're a bad person. You're a criminal, right? Like, do you see the problem here? It's horrible. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next one.